cameras don't lie, and what they've been capturing lately is impossible to explain away. Creatures that defy biology, events that break every law of nature.
What the is that?
Separately, they look strange. Together, they look like something is already here.
Las gallinas están alteradas.
This is the most unbelievable footage of the month. Let's begin. In March 2011, British filmmakers in Brazil's Amazon captured footage of a gray humanoid creature with large black eyes emerging from a dense jungle. The video went viral but was dismissed as a hoax. That same week, military drone footage revealed a massive metallic disc 50 meters wide, resting silently in a jungle clearing just 38 kilometers away. The craft sat motionless, glowing faintly, before suddenly accelerating vertically and vanishing. Military sources later claimed the creature came from that landed craft. Authorities deny everything, but both videos remain unexplained. What was on Amazon that week? The jungle isn't telling.
Command, object in sight. Black disc.
10 feet tall aliens.
Você consegue captar as vibrações. Vem até nós.
A girl was hiking with her family on the Brazilian island of Ilha do Mel when they came across something unusual. On a hillside, two mysterious figures appeared, each almost 10 feet tall. They seemed to be scanning the area below, moving as if observing everything around them. People quickly connected the sighting to recent alien encounters and claimed these could be aliens, using the remote hills as a hidden spot where no one usually goes. The family quickly left, but the figures didn't move. They just watched silently.
Mano, pior que mexe esquisito demais.
Vanished team. A paranormal investigation team went to a decade-old abandoned house to cover a story, unaware of what awaited them. Just as they were about to enter, a tall, humanoid figure suddenly peeked through the wall and lunged at them. The camera cut off immediately, and the team went missing. The only remaining footage was the phone video captured by the police at the scene. To investigate, authorities reviewed nearby CCTV cameras, and what they discovered was shocking. Two alien-like beings were seen approaching the house. It became clear the investigators had been abducted. After this shocking discovery, the house was sealed immediately. Giant shadow.
No mames, ¿viste eso, güey?
A driver was heading to a remote area for a picnic when he noticed a massive human-shaped shadow looming on the mountainside. At first, he thought it was a cryptid, but the figure's size was unlike anything he'd ever seen. For generations, locals have shared stories of Nephilim giants hiding in deep valleys and caves, and this sighting brought those tales vividly back to life. After a few tense moments, it retreated back into the mountains, disappearing from sight. For the onlookers, this wasn't shocking, it was proof of something ancient and mysterious they had always believed quietly existed.
Arriba en el cerro. Mira, mira. Verga, es una persona gigante. Grábalo, grábalo.
Pyramid UFO.
Okay, this is unbelievable.
A Canadian tourist filming the Great Pyramid of Giza captured footage that quickly caught attention. In the sky above the pyramid, an unidentified object hovered in place, almost as if it was scanning the area. It didn't move like a plane or any known aircraft. Military officials later denied any drone activity over the site. For years, people have linked the pyramids to alien involvement, believing they were built with advanced help. This sighting added fuel to that idea. Those who watched the video think they were there to retrieve something connected to the pyramids themselves. One thing feels clear: UFOs didn't show up by chance. It appeared with a specific purpose in mind.
And there's literally a UFO circling right over the top of the pyramid right now. Look at that. It's moving slowly.
Silent stalker. A solo hunter was deep in the forest at dawn when he noticed something strange among the trees. At first, it looked like just another tree trunk, but then it moved. He froze and looked closer, realizing it wasn't a tree at all. Standing there was a tall, unnatural figure, impossibly thin and pale, blending perfectly into its surroundings. It had no clear features, just a still, silent presence. Whether it was an otherworldly being or a creature never seen before, the sight was enough to make anyone leave that place immediately.
God, stay quiet, stay quiet.
Alien crash. Back in 2002, a leaked video began circulating online, claiming to show an alien craft crash in a remote area. The footage showed the craft damaged on the ground, but what shocked viewers even more was what came next. The aliens inside had survived the crash. They could be seen crawling on the ground near the wreckage. The clip spread quickly, leaving people disturbed. But apart from this video, no solid evidence was ever found to explain what really happened, making the incident even more mysterious. Aliens in farm.
¿Hay algo ahí? Las gallinas están alteradas.
A strange incident happened recently with a farmer. While on work, he heard noises coming from the hut where he kept his hens. Thinking someone had broken in, he started recording, waiting to catch whoever came out. But what he saw left him stunned. One by one, gray, alien-like beings walked out, holding eggs in their hands. Even more shocking, all the hens calmly followed them, as if they were under some kind of control. It looked like the beings were collecting life from Earth for something far more bigger. For the farmer, it wasn't just a break-in. It felt like a glimpse into something far beyond human understanding.
¿Qué está cargando? Se llevaron los huevos.
No eran animales.
Lab creature.
Beneath this whole thing.
A leaked footage from a hidden facility revealed a moment that left viewers disturbed. In the video, a scientist could be seen carefully feeding a strange, unsettling being. At first glance, it looked like an alien, but the truth behind it felt even more disturbing. Reports suggested the creature wasn't discovered, but created in a lab. It was believed to be a cross between a human and another unknown species. The clip spread quickly before being taken down, but by then, the damage was done. Some experiments might be going far beyond what people are meant to know. Extraterrestrial entity.
Tá ali, olha o bicho, cara. Tá respirando, tá olhando pra cá. Ei, não filma isso. Calma, eu só...
During a routine forest patrol, officers stumbled upon an extraterrestrial being sitting quietly on the ground. The sight was so shocking that they froze for a moment before running away in fear. No one could explain what the creature was doing there or why it appeared in that remote forest. The incident left a mystery, sparking questions about alien activity and whether more encounters like this have gone unnoticed in other parts of the world.
Tá ali, olha o bicho, cara. Tá respirando, tá olhando pra cá. Ei, não filma isso. Calma, eu só...
Angry spirit. A hiker got lost while trying to find his way back through the forest. As he moved cautiously, he noticed a terrifying figure watching him. It looked almost human, but its face was pale, ghost-like, and filled with anger. The way it stared made it clear the hiker had crossed into its territory. That brief encounter left him shaken, and the forest suddenly felt much darker and more threatening. Cursed road. On a remote road in Brazil, a man's car suddenly stopped for no reason. Just moments later, a blurry, ghostly figure appeared, crossing the road caught perfectly on his dash camera. The instant the figure reached the other side, the car roared back to life. Locals say the road is haunted by a cursed spirit, and ever since, no one dares to drive there at night. The footage has left everyone spooked, showing that some places are better left untouched after dark. Divine cloud. This footage looked like a dream, but it actually happened in October 2020 in Indonesia. People stopped in their tracks, stunned by a strange sight in the sky. A massive cloud had formed the unmistakable shape of Jesus. While some dismissed it as an illusion, many were convinced it was a divine sign. Religious scholars soon claimed it foretold Jesus' return to protect humanity from a looming global crisis. The sky's message left millions unsure if it marked hope or a coming storm. Floating Jesus.
Okay, wait, so this thing right here has been flying super low.
That same year, in a different part of the USA, Las Vegas, the sky seemed to repeat its message. People on the streets noticed an object floating high above and began recording, assuming it was just a drone. But when the video was zoomed in, the shape looked like a statue of Jesus holding a cross, suspended in the air. The sight left many stunned. Some called it a miracle, believing it was Jesus appearing from the heavens. When people compared it to the earlier Jesus cloud sighting in Indonesia, the similarity stood out clearly. It no longer felt like a coincidence, almost as if the sky itself was sending a message.
Oh my, it's so low to the houses.
Mysterious sighting.
What the f?
Over Hong Kong, residents rushed to their rooftops when a mysterious sight appeared in the sky. Bright colors began swirling, forming a massive vortex that didn't look natural at all. It made people feel like everything was about to be pulled in. For a moment, it looked like the end was near, as if the sky itself was about to engulf the city. Then, just as suddenly as it began, everything returned to normal. But the scene left a lasting impact. No one who saw it could shake off what they had witnessed that night.
What the f is that?
Golem. In 2006, a forest official in Brazil was on a routine patrol when strange voices came from the bushes nearby. Thinking it might be a wild animal, he shined his torch and froze. Glowing eyes stared back at him. The sight was terrifying enough that he ran for his life. Later, when the footage went viral, officials said the creature matched descriptions of a beast humanoid known as a golem. The revelation shocked many Brazilians, raising the possibility that their forests could be hiding secret beasts that can appear any time. Authorities searched the area the next morning, but nothing was ever found. Shadow sky. A strange sight appeared in the sky above a city in the Middle East. People stopped in the streets as a massive dark shadow spread across the sky, blocking the sunlight in an unnatural way. It wasn't night, not even close to sunset, yet the light faded almost instantly. Experts quickly called it a rare cloud formation, but the sudden shift didn't feel ordinary. The silence, the darkness, the way everything changed without warning, it felt symbolic. For many, it matched descriptions linked to the Day of Judgment, a time when natural order breaks. It felt like a signal that the final countdown may have already begun. Gray visitor.
Seen this?
In Fresno, a man was recording a quiet street outside his home late at night, expecting nothing unusual. But within seconds, the calm turned into fear. A strange figure appeared, slowly walking toward him. It had an elongated head and a gray, thin body. Nothing about it looked human. The video spread quickly, sparking fear across the town. People began to question if such beings are moving among us without notice. Whether hidden or ignored, this footage made one thing feel certain. These visitors might be closer than anyone ever expected. Portal lights.
The portal has opened.
In New Jersey, a man panicked when he noticed something impossible hovering above his neighbor's house. He quickly pulled out his phone and started recording. Suspended silently in the air was a massive portal, glowing with strange lights, far more unusual than any weather event. It just hung there, quiet and unnatural. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the video cut off. But what made this even more disturbing was what came next. The house reportedly belonged to a scientist, and after that flash, the neighbor was never seen again. Alien training. Area 51 has always been surrounded by rumors of alien presence, but this recent footage has made those rumors feel more real than ever. A leaked clip shows what appears to be an alien dressed in human clothes, playing basketball with someone, all under military security. As the video spread, people started to believe that these beings might be learning human behavior, step by step. If that's true, then this wasn't just a game, it was training. And if they're already blending in like this, it may not be long before they start appearing among us in ways no one expects. UFO crash. The US government recently released a shocking video that left people stunned. It claimed to show an alien captured at a New York airport after a UFO reportedly landed there. According to the report, authorities quickly secured the area and took the pilot into custody. But things took a strange turn. When the being was taken inside for investigation, it suddenly disappeared without a trace. All that remained was the video, leaving behind this question: how something so closely guarded could vanish so easily?
Get into the tent. Watch your footing. Roger.
Solar abduction. You love the sun? But this sighting in the Amazon rainforest, Brazil, on the 17th of September, 2023, changes that completely. A group of explorers noticed a strange, sun-like object hovering above the dense trees. Suddenly, a man from a nearby village was lifted straight into the glowing orb. Within seconds, he vanished without a trace. Villagers had long whispered about similar abductions, but this was the first time anyone caught it on camera. The orb clearly used the sun's appearance as a disguise, making the abduction almost invisible to outsiders. After witnessing this, the sun no longer felt safe to look at, hiding a secret darker than anyone could imagine. Beach entity reports emerged of a strange glowing object falling from the sky onto a beach. With many witnesses sharing videos online, officials quickly labeled it a meteorite and sealed off the area, keeping the public away. But things took a shocking turn when a tourist staying at a nearby resort secretly recorded footage that shook the entire town. It revealed a pale body lying on the sand, clearly not human, matching descriptions of an alien. It became obvious the meteorite story was a cover-up. The video was immediately removed, and the tourist who recorded it came under surveillance, with cars frequently spotted near his home. His fate remains unknown. Forest shadow. A hiker in Brazil was filming his adventure, enjoying the calm and beauty of the forest, when later that night, he reviewed his footage and froze. In one clip, a strange brown shadow appeared, humanoid in shape, but completely faceless. It lingered for barely a second before vanishing, leaving no trace, as if it had never been there. Shaken, the hiker shared the video online, and soon it was picked up by multiple paranormal and haunted story pages. People were divided. Some insisted it was a ghost, while others believed it was the famous forest guardian spirit of Brazil. Watch the footage yourself and decide. Haunted return.
Calma, gente. É só não ter medo. É só não ter medo.
A family was enjoying some quiet, quality time at home when the calm suddenly turned into chaos. Out of nowhere, the kitchen cupboard started moving on its own, and even a stick lying nearby rolled across the floor. Shocked and scared, the family ran out of the kitchen. No one could explain what had caused it, until they revealed they had recently visited a farmhouse, rumored to be haunted. After returning, the strange activity began happening in their own home. It felt like an uninvited guest had followed them. Hopefully, they managed to rid themselves of the entity. But one thing's for sure, this family will think twice and research any place before visiting from now on.
É só não ter medo. Só não ter medo. Valha-me, nossa.
Varginha case. Back in 1996, Varginha, Brazil, grabbed worldwide attention after a video surfaced that left people stunned. It showed a strange cylindrical object flying oddly, almost as if it was losing control. Not long after, a bizarre being appeared in a man's backyard, matching descriptions of a completely new alien species. The government quickly stepped in and took the being away, and no one knows where it ended up. Officials claimed the UFO was just a rocket test, but locals weren't buying it. The area was suddenly sealed off, even though people used to visit freely. If it wasn't a UFO, then why block the site? Drop your comments down! Tornado figure. A strange video from Brazil has gone viral for all the right and disturbing reasons. A farmer was filming the stormy weather when he noticed the rising smoke. But when he zoomed in, it wasn't smoke at all. There was a clear, human-like silhouette floating inside the whirlwind. People panicked, calling it an evil presence. Some say it was a ghost, while others think it might have been an otherworldly being drawing energy from the bad weather itself. After a few moments of creepy display, the silhouette descended but was never found again. Sky portal. Shopkeeper stepped outside to record the weather, expecting nothing more than a normal sky. But what he saw told a completely different story. A bright light opened in the sky, glowing in a way that didn't look natural. Then, right in front of him, a figure ran through that light before the video cut off. The moment was quick, but clear enough to leave him stunned. It looked like a portal had opened for a brief second. Was it a glimpse of heaven, or a doorway from another world revealing itself for just a moment? Decide for yourself. Ocean Guardian. It wasn't a sight anyone expected to see in the sky. In 2017, a sailor noticed a strange white shape hanging in the clear air above the ocean. At first, it looked like a normal cloud, but its form felt different, almost angelic. When he zoomed in, the shape looked humanoid. The way it stayed still made the moment even more unusual. Many believed it was a divine appearance of Jesus, while others felt it could be a guardian of the ocean, watching from above and ready to protect those at sea. Snake Rain residents in a rural part of South America witnessed a scene that felt unreal. During a storm, dozens of small snakes began falling from the sky, landing on fields, rooftops, and muddy roads as heavy rain poured down. The moment lasted only a few minutes, but no one could forget what they saw. Scientists explain that rare animal rain can happen when powerful winds lift small creatures and carry them into storm clouds before dropping them far away, while locals thought it might be a curse from the divine. As the snakes covered the ground, it felt like the land no longer belonged to the people, but to them. Mothership disk. Last year, a resident of Poland filmed a moment that broke every rule of the sky. A bright, glowing light appeared, forming the perfect outline of a large disk. It wasn't random. It looked too precise, almost like something was hiding inside the clouds. The shape stayed long enough to make people question what they were seeing. Some believe it could be a mothership using the clouds as cover, staying out of clear sight. Locals even called it one of the clearest signs of otherworldly presence in the area. Glowing orbs. Late at night, a man looked up and witnessed an unbelievable sight he couldn't explain. Several small glowing orbs appeared in the sky, moving together in a way that didn't feel random at all. They stayed perfectly aligned, almost like they were being controlled. It didn't look like normal lights or aircraft. It felt more like a group of otherworldly probes, only visible as simple glowing dots to people on the ground. With sightings like this becoming more common, it no longer feels like a coincidence. Some believe these formations could be signals or warnings from outwardly being watching us from above. And if they ever show themselves, it might be something we are not ready to face. Strange object in air.
¿Estás viendo?
¿Qué es eso?
No sé, marica.
This footage is considered one of the clearest UFO sightings from Valle del Cauca, Colombia. A woman was driving with her friend when she suddenly noticed a strange object hovering in the air. Instead of ignoring it, she decided to chase it and started recording. The object was small, around 3 meters in size. As she kept filming, her phone repeatedly shut off, even though the battery was full. It felt like the object was interfering with the recording. Despite that, she managed to capture clear photos. The moment left many convinced this wasn't just a sighting, it was direct contact with advanced technology.
La verdad sí, un susto, fue una impresión porque es algo que uno no ve a diario.
Woodstalker.
Yeah, there it is. Whoa, there it is.
A man went to spend a few days in his cottage deep in the woods, expecting peace and quiet. But on the very first night, he heard strange noises outside. Curious, he started recording to see what was there. That's when he spotted it. A green, alien-like figure perfectly camouflaged among the trees, staring straight at him. Quickly, he ran back inside, but the fear didn't stop. It felt like the presence had followed him in. Later, when officials were reported, they sealed off the area and searched the woods. They didn't find the being, but strange footprints were left behind.
Okay, let's see this.
Sky probe. In Mexico, a photographer was going through the pictures he had taken of the landscape when something unusual caught his eye. In one photo, a dark shape seemed suspended in the air, almost like an angel spreading its wings. Curious, he zoomed in, and that's when it became clear. There was an object, almost like a probe, sent to observe and gather information about everything below. The more he studied the image, the more it felt like he had captured proof of an otherworldly presence quietly watching from above, and no one knows why. Reptile humanoid.
Eyes on that, Jason?
Yeah, that's not a deer. Whatever it is, it's blazing.
Long arms, good head. You ever seen anything move like that?
The Amazon has always been known for hiding mysteries, and this time it revealed something truly unusual. Forest authorities were flying drones over the area when thermal cameras picked up a strange figure. In one clip, a slim shape appeared, with arms reaching almost to the ground, a long tail behind it, and a head that didn't look human at all. The movement was slow and unnatural. It looked like a reptile humanoid moving through the forest. The footage quickly caught attention, and now a full search is underway to find the being.
You ever seen anything move like that?
Never. It's looking right at the drone.
Copy, keep it centered. God, just...
Cursed tomb. A video from China recently went viral, showing a construction crew digging in the Kunlun Mountains when they accidentally disturbed an ancient tomb. What followed quickly turned into chaos. The area has long been considered sacred, and locals believe it should never be disturbed. Soon after the digging began, machines started malfunctioning, and several workers fell ill without any clear reason. Despite warnings and growing fear, the work continued. People began calling the site cursed. Then things took a darker turn. Many believe something that had been resting there for centuries was awakened. After that moment, the situation spiraled out of control, leaving behind fear, unanswered questions, and a place no one now dares to disturb again. Field encounter. A man was heading home and decided to take a shortcut, unknowingly driving into abandoned fields. At first, everything seemed quiet, but within moments, the calm broke. Out of nowhere, a bizarre humanoid figure appeared and slowly walked across his path. Its movement didn't look natural, and its presence felt wrong. The driver froze for a second, then quickly started backing away, trying to get out of there as fast as possible. Whether it was a cryptid like the Rake or even an alien, one thing was clear. That shortcut turned into a moment he would never forget. Chupacabra hunting animals. A farmer shared a terrifying experience while taking care of his animals. Suddenly, a strange creature appeared on the roof, staring directly at the animals below. It moved slowly, trying to get closer, but for some reason, it couldn't reach them. The sight was enough to leave the farmer shaken. Many believed it could be a Chupacabra, known for targeting livestock. Luckily that day, the creature eventually disappeared, but the fear didn't. Because if it came once and failed, it might return again, and next time, it may not leave empty-handed. Spiked humanoid.
You think that was a coyote? What do you think that was? What was it? Do you see it where?
A group of friends went into the woods for a night adventure, but they weren't ready for what they found. While walking, their flashlights caught a humanoid figure with spikes on its back and unclear features. Even when the lights shone on it, the figure didn't move or react. No one dared go closer. Whatever it was, it didn't look like it belonged on Earth. Even after they ran back to safety, the image of that silent, strange being stayed with them, like the forest had its own watcher hiding in the shadows. Sky humanoid.
Lindsay.
In the skies over Maryhill, Glasgow, locals were stunned when a strange figure hovered above the city. At first, many assumed it was just a weather balloon, but looking closer, it became clear this was unlike anything they had seen before. The object had a humanoid shape with a distinct head, arms, and legs, moving as if searching for a place to land. The footage spread quickly online, sparking theories everywhere. Some suggested it was a UFO disguised in humanoid form, cleverly blending in with its surroundings to avoid being noticed. The sight left viewers both amazed and unsettled. Yard spirit. On the night of the 29th of January 2017, a man and his dog were feared by strange noises coming from the backyard. When he went to check, everything seemed normal, but later, reviewing his security camera footage, he saw something terrifying. A humanoid figure with glowing eyes running across the yard and suddenly disappeared. It seemed like a lost spirit. This time it hadn't done anything, but who knows if it will let him live peacefully next time. Only time will tell. Vanishing girl. This short video terrified everyone living in the area and even nearby areas. The CCTV showed a girl walking with a creepy appearance, wearing a white dress with messy hair, moving straight ahead. Then, shockingly, she disappeared mid-step. That's when it became clear she wasn't human at all, but a ghostly presence revealed for just a moment. Cemetery phantom. A young man was filming in a cemetery in Colombia when he noticed a figure standing near a wall. As he kept the camera rolling, the figure slowly walked behind a tree. Curious, he ran over, but to his shock, no one was there. There were no footprints, no signs anyone had been there at all. Rewatching the footage, it became clear this wasn't a trick of the eye. The clip quickly spread online and appeared on paranormal shows, sparking debates everywhere. Was it a ghost or something else entirely?